All right, guys, automation tip number 3 in this short series that I'm doing where I explain a bunch of automation tips to implement in your AI agents and workflows to make them more reliable, to automate tasks better. Tip number 3, don't treat automation as an all or nothing endeavor, right? Automating, let's say 80% of a task or process is way better than automating none of it, right? Because I see a lot of people have this all or nothing mentality with automation. They say, I want to automate, let's say, social media management, right? They want to automate everything in that entire process 100%, or they're not going to do it, which is just dumb, right? So don't treat automation like a all or nothing process. And let me give you some examples. Let's say you're trying to automate your video editing. I've already done that. Or you're trying to automate your social media management, right? Posting content, organizing it, engaging with users, all the other stuff. I've already done that. Let's say you're trying to automate those things, right? Even if you just automated 80% of all of the tasks involved in those two things, you're still way better off. Like let's put some numbers over here. If you're spending, let's say, 10 hours a week doing, I don't know, video editing or social media management, you just got 8 hours back. Like if you just automated 80% of the work, you've got 8 hours back per week. And that's an insane improvement already, right? Think about what you could do with that time. And if, let's say, you've got employees that do those things for you, you've got a video editor for your channel, you've got social media managers for managing your business profiles on all platforms. Let's say you've got people who do those things for you. They're going to save so many hours and they're going to save so much energy that they can then invest in other more productive actions in the business, right? Like in every single scenario over here, you're winning, your business is growing. Because here's the thing, even though frontier LLMs and AI models are really, really smart, even though OpenAI and Anthropic are putting out some really great things, there's certain tasks that just aren't automatable completely, right? Not every process can be automated completely, but every single task under the sun can be automated to some extent. And your job as an automation specialist or whatever is to try to find that extent, find that level that you can automate, and then just do the rest manually. Because if you can automate a routine task by 70 or 80%, why not go do that? Every single process, every single task that you do has a ton of like routine, repetitive elements that can be automated using just traditional code, not even any LLMs required. Literally just traditional code like Python scripts or Bash scripts. Every single task has repetitive elements like that. And you can use traditional code to automate all of that. And when you need some sort of reasoning, when you need to make like decisions and stuff, an LLM call to some frontier model does get the job done. So you can definitely get 80 to 90% of the way there, right? With automation tools that you've got available today. But you're probably not going to get to 100%, especially if it's kind of like a complicated task or there's a lot of complex moving parts involved. And that's okay. Because look, these things don't need to be autonomous. And at the time of making this video, at least, the technology is not autonomous. Even in fully autonomous AI agents, I'm using air quotes because none of these agents are fully autonomous. But even in these autonomous systems, you always have a human in the loop that is reviewing the output, right? So you haven't automated anything 100%. You're just automating it 90% and then leaving the final decision in the hands of the human reviewer, right? And that's completely fine because you've still automated 90% of all of the grunt work. All of the work is done. The only thing the human is doing is reviewing it, right? So that still results in a ton of savings in time and energy and money and all these other things. And unlike all of these other autonomous, like fully autonomous AI agents and systems that are running right now and burning millions of dollars in tokens and are not even reliable, yours would actually work. So yeah, don't have an all or nothing mentality when it comes to automation. It doesn't matter if you can automate a task 100% or not. If you can get 80 to 90% of the way there and eliminate most of the work, you're already better off.